What up, y'all? KMV, the Section Ninja, and the place to be, as always. Holy shit! I just got done watching the latest episode of Stargirl. God damn! This is why Big Daddy clowns me so much because he's like, "You always crying and shit. Always crying, always crying. Punk ass, always crying about movies and stuff." And I just got done crying. Like, oh my goodness, something I've been waiting for in this show because I read when Stargirl was originating in comics by Jeff Johns and whatnot, and I read that whole arc, and seeing it now unfold on screen is different than when you see it unfold in the comic book. Like I got a little emotion in the comic book, but Courtney in the comic book is very cocky and whatnot, so it is sort of earned when like it's weird. It's a weird transition, and the actress that's playing Stargirl right now is nailing it so much so giving, and everybody on the show is nailing it with all these characters and seeing the story unfold and just the emotional attachment and seeing something. I'm not going to say what it was, but seeing something finally play out on the screen was just like, oh my goodness. And it just, I stopped. I was like, no, because I was setting up this stream and whatnot. I was trying to get it all set up and getting ready to go, and all of a sudden, like that came on. I was like, "No, not this, not now." Makeup, about my eyes and shit and this and that. But yeah, God, I love comic books, man. I just read X-Men. Um, God loves, man kills, hitting really close to what's going on right now. And this story is almost 40 years old. It turns 40 in like 2 years, but came out. God damn, it was so good. It came out in '82, and Chris Claremont, like, it's just a damn good story. It's about the X-Men and them being looked upon as evil and whatnot, and Reverend Stryker. If you've seen the movies, you get Stryker in the movies in general, who hates mutants, but has that attachment to Wolverine. If you remember that name, Stryker, he was a reverend, and who hated the X-Men and you get this really dark backstory of like his wife was having a baby because they got in a car crash, and then the baby comes out mutated, and then the baby's mutated, and he's like almighty, God, why'd you give me this motherfucker? Why did you give me this baby looking like a mutant? And he kills the baby. Like, Stryker is so evil in that sense, but he's so lost in his ways of the Lord Jesus, and during this whole story, he's quoting the Bible, yo, 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 what up, ninja? Whoop, whoop. And this X-Men story is just so crazy, man. It's just about, being looked at as outcast and being looked at as, monsters. And being persecuted. Like, the starting of the story is these two kids that are running. They're running, and they're being chased by the purifiers. And just because they believe in this almighty Reverend Stryker and this and that, they kill the kid right there. Just bam, bam, pure execution. And they hang them, and they write muties on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this story, like, it's just so deep and juicy. It's just crazy how much I love comic books. And I've been reading a lot of comic books this weekend, just trying to catch up. I'm semi caught up to today's standards. Like, I just read Batman number 95, the starting of the Joker's War. Crazy, like, where Batman is right now. It's in a weird sense, like, Joker has the upper hand, and Batman is here on this level. Joker's on this level because he has Bruce's money. So, spoilers when I'm talking about these stories, but yeah, it's just like, so, like, this whole weekend's been a roller coaster. Like, I've been catching up on my Marvel stuff. I'm trying to catch up on all my DC stuff, and I'm trying to finish, like, stuff that I got off Comixology, like, what was it called? The Old Guard. I'm on the second series of that. I finished the first series because I want to read that before I finish reading that before I watch the movie. So my brain's been all over the place and like creating these stories in my head. And and every time I like read a story, I go to Big Daddy. I'm like, yo, dude. I'm like, dude, I read this. Oh, and he's like, all right, you big head boy, get it. But like I said, these the Juggalo live shows. I just want to chill with y'all and just talk with y'all of what I've been doing. And stuff that I'm just trying to catch up on. And I finally heard the new Head PE song. And seeing that old Head PE logo is crazy to me. Suburban Noise Records is on the rise again. And seeing that they're on the rise again, it makes me happy because they were part of that trinity of labels. Psychopathic, strange music, and suburban Noise Records. Like that was the trinity of record labels. That was the stuff that I kept pulling from. So seeing Head PE and seeing this label slowly dust itself off and slowly start launching again, then it's gonna be nice when we see Cottonmouth Kings, and all these groups that kind of just went away for a little bit. It's crazy. And now, with labels, you got Psychopathic, you got Magic Ninja, you still have Strange, seeing Suburban Noise Records come, you got Force 5 Records, you got LSP. There's so many record labels now, it's freaking crazy, man. Man, talking about comics, how many times have I read The Pendulum graphic novel? I've read it a couple times, but that was from homies, from people who had the actual sets. God, it's been so long. Like I have a few Insane Clown Posse comic books out there that but they're very scattered. These are stuff I found in the wild. And when I go to comic book shops, I'm like, oh shit, this. I also have the one comic book I just got, going underground related. 6 Fucks Entertainment, going underground related, is Hions. I finally read Haunted Hions because Haunted Hions is on Comixology, but they only have the first one-shot issue, and I know there's more stories on the Haunted Hions. I really wish Comixology was cool enough to put the Insane Clown Posse comic books on there. So, wait until you see the new 6 Fucks comic book. I'm all about comics. Trust me, I'm all about comics. And you just throw this. I will devour comic books like crazy. I love comic books, and everybody thinks I'm a little crazy because the wifey's just like, I keep bringing books home, and she's just like, how can you stop? I think I'm on, let me see, 1920. I think I'm on long box 26, on my 26 long box. And trust me, I have a small apartment, so with all the collectibles I have, and to all the long boxes I have, wifey's always like, you gonna sell some? I was like, I will suck a dick before I would sell any of my comic books or collectibles. That's on the true homie right there. Like, no. Because I love stories. I think everybody loves stories. This is why I love movies. I love this idea. And with today's events and stuff like that, this is why music, comics, movies are so important, because all the bullshit around that's going on today, I don't want to hear it. Like, it's just every fucking day, dong 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 dong, breaking news, dong 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 dong, breaking news, dong 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 dong, breaking news. And it's just like, hi man, like, once in a while. And so when my wife watches a lot of news, so I'm sitting there, I'm reading the comics, she's like, did you see that? I was like, back into my world. Some people say, oh, you don't want to know what's going on, you don't want to be, because Big Daddy was telling me, just be informed. No, but don't let that shit ruin your day. And that's just, like, at first it used to, a lot of this, like, everything that's going on used to really, like, affect me emotionally and this and that. And it's just like, okay, I gotta cut out, because I think, what's today? All these days blend together. Today's Monday. So yesterday I read from 6 a.m. until like 1 p.m., just that full 6 a.m. to 1 p.m., just straight up comic books. Just was pulling all the back stuff out. So Comics, the addiction parents should embrace. Yes, yes, yes. And I could have worse habits, people would say. Cali Green too fresh. And I don't know. It's just for me. I love stories, so I just want to be out of this world. You know what I mean? Like everything that's going on, all the politics and all the disease and this and that is just like I can go into this world and just stay in this world for a little bit and just get away. And I get a lot of people who come up to me, and this is funny. This is the best part about it. Is this my mom always always gave me crap about this. She's like, as much comics knowledge, all the nerd stuff I know could have been a doctor. It's all right though. I'm the doctor of comics. Doctor of comics. Everyone, what's your favorite superhero? Mine, if you can't tell, Green Lantern. That's my end all be all. But when I say Green Lantern, everyone's first thought automatically is Hal Jordan, because he's usually the first four. There's also John Stewart, Guy Gardner, but Earth Lanterns. But Kyle Rayner is mine. That's what this ring is right here. TMNT, good stuff. You know what? With Ninja Turtles, I've been reading a lot of comicsology. Like I finally got comicsology. I subscribed to it. Very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. With the Ninja Turtles, I've been reading all the old stuff. And oh my goodness, I got to tell you, as much as I love those Ninja Turtle movies, as much as I love those movies very, very much, the comics, like how dark and gritty that series is, holy shit. I'm sad that I missed most of that, because I read a little bit here and there, but then now that I'm just, taking my time just to dive into things, and I have this addictive personality just to dive in and just munch on it, now I'm excited because they have a series coming out called The Last Ronin. And I think they confirmed it's Michelangelo. That's the last Ninja Turtle. I think because they've been teasing it for a while. This is years in the future. This is something by Kevin Eastman he's been writing. I already have mine pre-ordered for the local comic book shop at Cap Comics. But it's a story about the last Ninja Turtle. Splinter's dead. 3 brothers are dead, one's still alive, and they've been teasing at the covers and this and that. It looks dope. And I was just like, whoa. And people say everyone's like, oh, Leonardo or Raphael, it has to be one of them. But that's too obvious. That's too obvious. Why don't you get Donatello? He's sort of the nerdy one. Then you got Michelangelo, who's sort of the goofball. But Michelangelo put in that situation of being the only one left. It's heartbreaking, but it's also like, oh my goodness, what is the possibility? And that's what makes that whole thing just like, Batman, like I said, I'm all about that Batman too. And what's going on with him right now, brother? Holy crap. I just read, like I just talked about earlier, I just read the starting of the Joker's War 95. And I was so behind, I finally caught up. And I finally read Joker's War, but he's in such a situation right now that it's pretty awesome. Spoilers, if you guys want to read these stories, they're out there. The culmination of Alfred's dead, that's crazy alone. That happened in the city of Bane arc, and Bane snapped his neck. In this story with Joker, he has taken all of Bruce Wayne's money. He's like, it's like no shit. He's got Bruce Wayne's money. He's got Wayne Enterprise. He repossessed Batman's house. Yeah, then his new girlfriend Punchline is just as crazy as he is. And they found like all his little caves and whatnot. And there's this new blue Batman suit that Bruce didn't know about. And Lucius Fox, who's kind of like the new Alfred, who can't be Alfred. You know what I mean? Like I love Alfred. So, but Lucius Fox is kind of filling in that role. And it's bananas, man. That's going on right now. Marvel's Empire is going on. There's just so, and what sucks about Marvel's Empire is that was supposed to start in May. And then issue 3 comes out this week, so issue 2 last week and issue 4. They're shoving 6 months of story in 6 weeks. Question, KMB, who is your favorite actor who played Batman? This is very easy. This is very simple. And I jizzed and creamed myself when this happened. I am a huge Ben Affleck fan. Always have been. So when he got cast as Batman in the BVS, I lost my mind, and you know, it's so funny. I looked at that point, and everybody was like, oh no, Ben Affleck can't be Batman." But fast forward today, the people kind of switched that conversation, and they're like, "You know what? The best part of BVS is Ben Affleck's Batman." You know, and now there's campaigning like, "Oh, let's bring back Ben Affleck." And I remember like, "Oh, what the hell? Y'all were just like shitting on him when he got announced. Come on." But no, Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. Second to that is, oh god, ah, it's like the second Batman. Okay, Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, because that Dark Knight trilogy means a lot to me, like a lot to me. And I gotta say, Michael Keaton. And if I had to put the other ones, well, you know, below Michael Keaton, be Adam West, because you know, good cheesy campy Batman, and I guess Val Kilmer and George Clooney can go down there. I don't know how Robert Pattinson's gonna do. You know, it's just that's one of the things. It's like when Michael Keaton was announced as Batman. This was before the internet. This was before all that. Well, you know, everyone's bitching about Michael Keaton. They're like, "Oh, that guy, Beetlejuice guy, him, Mr. Mom," and then look at Batman. What's your thoughts on Big Hoodoo's new album, The Red Book? I thought that was kind of funny. Honestly, to be honest, because I love me some Big Hoodoo. My Asylum was great. His first record though, it was Asylum I would say is some of his best work. But when he announced like, "Hey, the new Big Hoodoo album is called The Red Book," I was like, "So is it a sequel to the Green Book? Because there is this a thing now? Are we gonna get the Blue Book? Are we gonna get the Yellow Book? Are we gonna get all these books?" But no, it's new music, so I can't really complain too much. But I do like the name The Red Book because he could do a few cool things like visually on the cover. But I just want some new Big Hoodoo, and I'm ready. And I think it's gonna be like an Earwax Entertainment, I believe. All right, who's this? All right. Oh, dope. Um, yeah, can I win? Wait, is the interesting? Yeah. I that series is very cool. The other Ninja Turtle series that I would say that I really like as well is that not the newest Nickelodeon one where they took away Ralph's size and they're like, "Oh no, it's too violent, so Ralph can't have his size." Oh, and we're taking away this and we're kind of reanimating them to kind of look weird and whatnot. Not that one. The series beforehand, the CG series, that series was dope. Like I went back and rewatched that. Like that has some meat on its bone. And I just watched what did I watch the other day? Oh, Coming Out of Their Shells. You remember that? The concert? Coming out of the shells, pizza power. Yeah. I suggested on because Twisted said if we had to perform an album from top to bottom, what should that album be? And I said that concert, Coming Out of Our Shells, from top to bottom, Twisted style. And another ninja commented, he goes, "But maybe they don't need to do Skipping Stones." And I was like, maybe they don't need to do Skipping Stones or April O'Neil's Ballad. We could probably keep those off the table, but Pizza Power by Twisted, come on, that'd be awesome. What was I saying now? Wait. Yeah, me too. And you know, I've seen a lot of people like, oh my gosh, you know, about the Red Book thing, but I'm just like, it's new music. Like I love Hoodoo. Like I love the concept of that character, you know, itself. And if he can amp up what he did with Asylum and you know take it to that next level, because from what I know, he's been working on this record for a while. I love when artists do that because some artists just kind of disappear. They're like, you know what? I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do my thing. You know, look at what DJ Clay did. DJ Clay, you know, he's like, I'm off the internet. bam, poof, disappear, and drop some awesomeness. So that's what I'm expecting from this big Hoodoo album, because Hoodoo's great. I love skipping stones as a kid. Hey, I wasn't the one that suggested it. It was that homie on Twitter. So, but I was like, it was so cheesy, awesome, just seeing Splinter skipping stones. I'm like, sound like Bruce Springsteen, the Rat version, you know. And that's what they're releasing. I really wanted this figures. They released Coming Out of Your Shells, the action figure set at Comic-Con this year, but it's the one, not them on stage with the what do you call it, the denim jacket or whatnot. You know, it's the one that's what was it? It's the one where they're backstage. You know, remember they were like, oh no, they took the music, man. We got to get out of here, guys. All right, well, we'll be back. We'll find Shredder. And they go backstage and they look different, like very different. Like he's got they released that action figure set. And it's kind of, you know, thinking about it, it was kind of sad that Comic-Con, usually around Comic-Con time, we have announcements up the ass. Like, you know, like all types of stuff. But ever since all this madness started, all these projects stopped. Everything just stopped. So I watched a few panels, a few announcements and whatnot. The one thing I will say I'm excited about is they just announced it, is Bill and Ted is going to be coming to our living rooms in September. Bill and Ted, three, why can't I think of the name? God damn it, what was the name? Oh, Saves the Music. Wait, right? Bill and Ted Save the Music. God, I just talked to somebody about this right now. Son of a bitch. Can somebody help me? Somebody needs to help me. Bill and Ted Save the Music, right? Bill and Ted Save the Music. Yeah. Party on. I'm excited about that. And let's see. God, it just sucks. There's no movies too, really, to go. I want to go to a fucking theater. I want to go have some popcorn and extra butter that shit. And I want my large cherry Pepsi. Oh, no, not cherry, cherry Coke. Sorry. Cherry Coke with my red vines, a big bucket of popcorn smothered in butter, because, you know, I got some extra room in this love. That's dope, homie. Yeah, it sucks. Like, so with this year, we had so many plans. Like, we were talking about going to Comic-Con. We talked about going to the Gathering of Juggalos, going to the Comic-Con down in Phoenix, going to this, going to that. Like we had a huge plan of C Plus Studios stuff to go do. And then everything was like, here we go. Here's our plans. We're gonna. Oh, well, shit. Yeah, you know, well, I heard drive-ins are slowly making a comeback. We had one. I'm from Shiprock, New Mexico, and 30 minutes away is Farmington, New Mexico, but they had a bomb-ass drive-in movie theater. And I think this is the time to bring back the drive-in movie theater, to be honest. Like, if you really want to capitalize and bank on what's going on right now, because people ain't going to rush to the movies. When this is all said and done, people ain't gonna be rushing out the fucking door to go be like, oh shit, you know, I'm gonna go to the movies. There probably is some crazy fools like that, but they are like, oh, you know, people are gonna be treading lightly, and I don't think society is gonna be that much the same. But if I had the money, I'd be like, drive-in movie theater. Yeah, hey, whenever you know, I'm always open to invites. Anybody, you know, just hit us up at the C Plus Studios 928@gmail.com, and just let me know a time and date, you know, and I'm down to collaborate. You know, I'm down to collaborate with anybody. I've had a few ninjas reach out, and it usually is like, yo, you want to come on the show? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then I type back, I'm like, when do you want to do this? And I never hear anything again. And I'm like, I'm a rejected bitch. That's how I take it. Because I'm just like, damn it. So I am super down to collaborate. So I have gotten offers before, and like I said, I've been like, yeah, sure, let's do it, and nothing. And I'm like, oh, you leave the fat kid at the door while there's a table of snacks. That's where the fat kid stays, at the door, and the table of snacks is there. um, but yeah, what else were we talking about? What's going on? How's everybody out there? I heard the drive-in will never die. It did for a second, though. It did for a second, because that drive-in movie theater that was in Farmington, New Mexico, it now it's a Walmart. Sucks. It's a Walmart now. And I heard they're mostly in Cali. There's one in Phoenix, though. Punk ass always doing shit without me. Hi, Big Daddy. I told you I was going live. It's one of those things where I think, like I said, today, I think drive-in movie theaters will explode if done right. I'm just gonna send you a picture. I got you, homie. I got you. You know, yeah. So if I had to, I would totally be like, yo, drive-in movie theater now. God, I remember like sneaking in to the drive-in movie theater with my family. They'd be like, all right, because they check like, who's in there? Oh, there's a couple kids. All right, I'll charge for them. And my mom and them like, get your ass in the back, put the blankets over you. All you, there's like 5-10 kids back there, put blankets on you, hide in the back. And it was like, kept on peeking, get your ass down. And went to go see a movie. Oh my goodness. But I hope movies, though, it's not a bad thing that Bill and Ted's going to be at home, or these movies can be at home, because this is going to become more of the norm. Like, there's certain movies, though, I'm willing to pay the $20 for, and there's movies that I don't know, it's really hard. Like Tenet. Here's one. I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan, and I don't know if I want to see Tenet on the small screen, because with Nolan, he's very visual. It's very like, you got to take it all into the theater. On the big screen and whatnot. And but like Black Widow, yeah, you can look at the positives of, I can pause it when I want, I can do this, but the other shitty part in my mind is like, I want to pay $20 to rent a movie, to rent it. It was like that movie, King of Staten Island. I really wanted to see that movie by Judd Apatow. I really wanted to see that movie, but of course, it's $20 to rent it. And I'm like, I will rent Bill and Ted, but I will not rent King of Staten Island, even if not to own it. Ask Kelly Green about my shade order. My shade order yet? Get the shade order. We need the shade order now. Okay, everybody, let's get all this arranged. We're all in this together. This is why I'm here talking to you. You people walking by and like, look at that fat guy talking to the camera. They don't know our conversation. They don't know I'm talking to you, but they look at me like I'm crazy. You know how many? Okay, anybody that's seen my reviews and know how crazy I act and how like wild I get, and usually I do them in this parking lot or wherever I can if the idea comes to me and hits me. And so many people walk by and I'm like, is he all right? I had one native guy one time come over and was like, hey, so bro, you okay? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm doing a thing. And he goes, oh, all right. I was like, are you just going to stand there now and look at me? Oh, walks off. And I'm like, I'm a huge movie buff. I got to watch the movies on the big screen. You can't enjoy Star Wars as a rental. You got to watch it. True. but everything's getting pushed back to next year. Before I go, one more story. So if everyone that follows the channel, me and Flix was doing a rewatch of the entire Fast and the Furious saga. Like we would watch the movie, do a quick review of the movie, and get it out there. Like we were doing them. We were trying to get all these out. We watched the movie the night before or that day, get together, do the movie and do the review, get it out. And we were trying to do this as fast as we can before Fast 9 came out. And then this happened, and then we haven't even got to the Fate of the Furious yet, because it was kind of like a punch in the balls, because we were rocking it out. So we have some ideas for the Fate of the Furious. We might just do a movie commentary like we've done before with Pop Flicks. We might do a movie commentary for Hobbs and Shaw, because that was part of the rewatch as well. But if you want to check it out, we got to Fast 7. And there's a playlist for it. You could check out all the reviews for Fast and Furious. And we thought it was really cool to do that. And I was going to do that for James Bond. I have this big James Bond thing planned in my head, because I got the box set. Thanks to my mom. She got me the big Blu-ray box set of James Bond. And I was like, oh my goodness, I am going to watch these and review every single movie. I still can. But the motivation of like doing that Fast and the Furious franchise and like, blasting through these movies and doing a review right afterwards, then all of a sudden it's just like, nope, next year. And lo and behold, I haven't taken my ticket back yet, so hopefully I can maybe switch it or put it on the gift card or something like that. We bought our Fast and the Furious 9 tickets way in advance. When they released that first trailer, we as soon as that came, we're like, bam, it's gonna happen. So I think I still have my ticket inside. It's sitting with my Fast and the Furious Blu-ray collection, so hopefully I can redeem it. And hopefully, I don't know how the ticket game is now. Maybe they're like, we got your money, they changed the scheduled date, you ain't getting in. Blood Quantum. I gotta look into that. Is that a horror movie? I do like horror movies. If you guys know, our partner is Shudder. SHUDDER.com/podcast. Use special promo code C+, CPLUS. You get 30 free days on us, and after that, it's $5 to make you holla. Blood Quantum, though, I'll look into that. Yeah, what did we watch the other day? Oh, The Hunt. I talked about one more story. See, you guys get me rolling. I'm like, oh yeah. We watched The Hunt. That movie's crazy. That movie's awesome. I really wish I saw that on the big screen. It's like one of my goals is if C+ Studios blows up and it becomes this massive thing and whatnot. And one of my goals down the road is to make a movie theater room. It's my room and whatnot. Horror movie. It has Indians in it. Wait, no, I know what you're talking about. Yes. I know what you're talking about. I saw part of this movie. I woke up one night and my wife was watching this. She goes, "Have you heard of this?" And I was like, "No, what's?" I was like, "Oh, and, yes. I will definitely check it out. I'll watch it. I wish there was a lot of movies I haven't checked out Shudder yet. Thinking about it, it's a cool platform, man. Like if you really love horror movies, there's some nitty gritty stuff. And Big Daddy was last because I always mention Joe Bob. Joe Bob Briggs's drive-in, marathons and whatnot are totally worth the $5 alone. Like you can have an option. I think you're paying $50 for the year or something like that. Like it's really cheap, but it like for $5. And when Joe Bob gets his season going and whatnot, it's totally worth it. And he gives you little nooks and crannies and behind the scenes, like just stuff that you're just like, oh wow, that's what it took for them to make this movie and whatnot. Oh yeah, you just got the shirts in. Calm. Yeah, COVID. Back 2 weeks. See that right there. I see it. This is what happened to my shirt. I already told that story. You heard that story before on the podcast. Yeah, but Shudder, totally worth it. There's a lot of gems on there. I just watched that documentary. Oh gosh, I hate being on put myself on the spot. It's about Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It's a documentary. And it's called My Nightmare, and talking about how Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is the gayest horror movie of all time. And it is an extremely well put together documentary, and how that movie was perceived as not being being an outcast of the Nightmare on Elm Street series franchise, which I can kind of agree to, because with the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, I love Freddy Krueger. That's my top choice of bad guys and villains in the movie, Freddy Krueger. And with the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was always that one I was kind of like, he's possessing this kid, he's and this and that, and I don't know. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is so it's one of those things that I'll watch it if I do a rewatch of everything. I won't skip over it. I'll watch it, but it's one of those things. It's just one of those movies. I think Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is the best of the franchise. Not taking away from Nightmare on Elm Street 1. I think Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is my absolute awesomeness. But let's see. I'm trying to think what else. What was I gonna say? Well, but thank you all for joining me. I enjoy this. I love talking. I love going on rants. Talking comic books, talking movies. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Loved all of them. But okay. But did you like the Jackie Earl Haley movie? I don't. Oh gosh, this is when they're like, oh, Friday 13th back. Oh, this is back and this is back. Me too. My mom is the reason why I like horror movies. She's like Sleepaway Camp. It's all my mom loves horror movies, so that's why I grew up on horror movies, and Freddy Krueger was the jam. I even had that VHS box set where you can make Freddy on the side, he has his hands out and stuff like that, and that was the VHS box set. My Child's Play, that's more of my wife and kids thing. They love Chucky. They love Chucky. But there's a new show coming. You probably heard about that new Chucky show. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. And Brad Dourif is going to, I don't know. Now you're naming off all the good ones. Leprechaun, The Exorcist, The Omen. The new Child's Play, I only liked it because Mark Hamill was the voice, but that was about it. The premise was some disgruntled employee was like, ha ha, I'll show you. I'll change and a murderous doll. And then I'm going to go kill myself. Oh, yeah, porn. Wait, porn's a horror? I didn't know porn was horror. I don't know what kind of porn you're watching. I love you, Big Daddy. Can we give Big Daddy some love? Can we say we love Big Daddy? Hashtag that shit. Because Big Daddy is Big Daddy. I love this man. $20 is $20. Always. Always. Damn it. But shout out to Big Daddy. This dude is this dude is everything. It's my brother. He's the reason why, we keep going. I love Big Daddy, even though he clowns me all the goddamn time. But it's fun. He is my brother. What do brothers do? We give each other shit, and we still love each other at the end of the day. So, but I got to get rolling, y'all. I love every single one of you. Check out that shutter.com/podcast. Use the special promo code C+. Also, if you want to show some love, we have a TeePublic store. We have the link in the description below. You can go get your TeePublic on. They got t-shirts. I don't have on right now, but I do have the official New World Podcast. Oh, gosh, I'm going all over the place. New World Podcast sweater. I love this thing. Can't wait until winter to wear it again. And I wore it the other day because it was raining. But, yeah, so right there, we got t-shirts. But they don't just have t-shirts. They don't just have like just t-shirts in general or sweatshirts. They have like you can get stickers, notebooks. They also have masks now. It's all types of goodies. So if you want to support that way, like I said, everything's in the description below for the code, the special promo code and stuff like that. So go check it out if you want to show some love. There's also a PayPal there if you want to donate to the show, because everything regenerates back into this, and we just keep making content. We make content. So, do you watch the natives? No, I do not. But if you drop me a link after on this video, I'll definitely go check it out. Do you watch the? Is that a thing? But there's always crazy things on YouTube I'm discovering. So, if you want to share that stuff with me, I'll check it out and I can review it. And we'll see what happens, because native reviewing, natives react. I think that'd be interesting. A native Juggalo. Native American Juggalo reacting to natives reacts would be crazy, be mind-blowing. All right, y'all. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. Like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it the bum down at Walmart. And don't forget the hashtag We Love Big Daddy. And Big Daddy loves you. All right, y'all.